So from here we see we have a row of chain stitches that we've just created. You can see that they're kind of in a V shape or in a row of loops depending on how you look at it. This is what we're going to build our first row of stitches on top of. So if we zoom in close here, we see we have, this is the first loop, this is your second loop. When you start a new row, you never want to go into the first loop. You want to go straight into the second one. So to start that first stitch, we're going to go into that second loop, which brings us to having 2 loops on our hook. We're going to do the same thing we did with the chain stitch. Wrap the yarn from the back, which gives us 3 loops on the hook. You're going to pull this first loop beneath these 2. So pull under, pull under. And that gives us our first stitch. It doesn't look like much now, but as we build the row, it's going to turn into a pretty tightly woven row of stitches. So we're going to do that one more time. We see we have this loop right here. We're going to pull our hook into there, wrap from the back, pull under, pull under. We're going to do that one more time. So plunge into that loop, wrap from the back, pull under, pull under. I'm going to do that one more time. So into the loop, wrap from the back, pull under, pull under. And from here you can see that you started to create a row of stitches. And the loops on top look very similar to the loops that we created in this chain stitch. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the row. Okay, when we get to the end of that row, so congratulations, you've made your first row of stitches. I like to flip this around so it's more manageable. From here, we are going to make one singular chain stitch. And this is going to start our second row. So we're going to pull that under. So there's your one chain. When we look at this closely again, we're going to skip this first stitch like we did before, go into the second stitch. You're going to do that every time you start a new row. Which brings us to having 2 loops on our hook again, wrap from the back, pull under, pull under. And there you have the first stitch on your second row. And you're just going to keep going back and forth like that before you start increasing to create those curvy structures.